Hi, and welcome back to smirconish.com. This is the editor's report, and I'm your editor, Gili. Like I do every week, I'm going to highlight some of the best original content that we have on smirconish.com, which we call critical thinking. First, I want to start off with John Coughlin, who wrote a really interesting and very thorough piece called Does the President Deserve Credit for the Economy?, where he tackles the subject of the economy and how Trump influenced it and how he may have not really influenced it that much, and who deserves more credit for the booming economy right now. And as you probably heard, the coronavirus is taking a toll on the economy, so that will be interesting. Then Stephen Biondolino wrote For the Athletes Unsung, where he discusses the miracle on ice that happened 40 years ago when the rookie American hockey team beat the USSR in the Olympics. Then Miles J. Zaremski wrote a piece called A Sanders Revolution is No Recipe to Defeat Trump, where he discusses how a Sanders nomination will basically lead to another Trump presidency, another term. Howard Hansman wrote a piece called Plurality versus Majority, where he discusses how delegates and superdelegates in the primary process influence who comes out to be the nominee of the party, and if it's better to be a plurality of delegates or a majority of voters. Then John Hart wrote Never Bernie, a Sophie's Choice, where he goes through his personal debate about whether he should vote for Sanders, as he is the Democratic frontrunner, or for Trump. Then Mark Langer wrote a piece called America Needs a Mission Statement, where he kind of talks about how the politicization of politics and the extreme partisanship is taking a toll on the country, and how sticking to the Constitution and remembering where we all came from and where this country came from and the documents that founded this country is important. Then Margaret James wrote a piece called Barr's Admonition to Trump, where she basically states that Barr and Trump are both benefiting from their back and forth, whether it's temporarily negative coverage for them. Any press is good press for the both of them. Then Rich Zaccaroli wrote a piece called Has America's Long Experiment with Democracy Outgrown the Two-Party System?, which is a really interesting piece, kind of discussing the two-party system in America and elections in America at large. Then lastly, we have Bernard Mooney, who wrote Change Can Be Made the Right Way or the Wrong Way. And basically he discusses the voting in the Iowa caucuses and how horribly it went, and how you need to really effectively and efficiently change the way we vote in a more technologically advanced world. And then James Icahn wrote a piece called China's War with Itself, basically discussing the coronavirus and how the government of China is dealing with it, and how other governments should collaborate or shouldn't collaborate or trust the People's Republic of China, otherwise known as the government of China. And lastly, Robert Jacobi wrote Hackers Will Win Elections, where he discusses the problem of digital hackers and how they have really unregulated power on the internet sometimes, and how that could be very dangerous to democratic institutions worldwide. So that's it for today's wrap up of all this week's great content. Make sure to tune in on CNN tomorrow at 9 a.m. for Smirconish, and of course on SiriusXM channel 124, the POTUS channel, 9 to 12 in the morning every weekday. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to contribute if you have any great ideas and essays that you want to write and want to be published on the website. Make sure to email that to editor@smirconish.com. Have a great weekend, and we will see you next week.